We're the tightest men in the world.
I need to get a wee pop filter or something for my thing, because every time I make a P sound, it hits the red.
Whereas I can go. Hello, everybody. My name's Mitch, and this is Matthew. Matthew, say hello.
Hello.
Right. Together, we're military precision, and we're going to chat shite for a while. You're going to listen. It's going to be beautiful. What do you think, Matthew?
I think that's beautiful. Is this what this is the Tight Men Travels? That's what I'm calling it. The TMT.
TMT.
Tight Men Travel.
TMT. Like
sounds like a teen TV channel.
It's the ACDC. Aye.
You're there. You having a stroke and we're only like 30 seconds in.
Taking a stroke. I have a cup of tea here, so that's keeping me alright. A couple of sugars.
I have no tea. I'll be getting the shakes.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Matthew.
I'll do be out.
Before we start, it just came to me, Matthew, and I'm rolling with it because I'm a mad bastard, right? So before we start, my ma was watching a program on the TV here when I was making my cup of tea.
Oh, hot off the press, though.
Hey, and the man was getting his toenail removed, right?
That's not okay.
On the television, toenail removed. Now, I have had surgery on my toenails, right?
Right.
Hold on, the listeners they're currently intrigued. They want to know more. I can tell, right? So
welcome to the episode of Embarrassing Buddies.
Yeah, this is beautiful, right? So my mom was watching it on TV where the fella fainted, right? And I was getting ready to go and take a wee shower, a wee wash. My mom went, "Mitchell, come look at this, Mitchell." I went, "What's wrong with you, man?" And she was, "Look, it's the key." So I have a bit of a story time. So the boy nearly fainted and nearly died. But the story time is, I had to get my toenail operated on. Right, it was bad times. And I'd already had it done before. I had it done, when I was like 14. I was fine. It was beautiful. And out home and washed. Then this was about when I was probably about 20, I think, when this happened.
20? I thought you were younger than that. God.
Just about 20, Matthew. So it was about 20, 19 or 20. Not sure. But so I walk in, and all was good. I feel great. I wasn't even that nervous. I remember I wasn't even that nervous. But I walk in, and my ma comes in with me. She's a beautiful woman, even though I'm like 30 years of age. She still came in with me for support.
You always need your mummy.
Everything. So my ma came in. She was sitting down in the wee chair outside. God love her, having a wee wit. And the woman came out, and this very high up kind of doctor came out, and she was lovely.
Was she a special toe doctor?
She was oh Jesus, I can't mind what the name is, but she was she loved about her toes.
Wait, you sound so gay. You're like, oh Jesus Christ, I don't.
Oh Jesus Christ, I'll tell you it. Right, so anyway, your woman comes out and she goes, is it Mitchell? And I went, oh, it's me. So it's all right, ma, I'll see you in a wee while. So I went in and I lay up in the bed, and everything was normal. I've had it done before. And she goes, "Now, Mitchell, we're going to just get on with the procedure." She says, "But if you don't mind, these wee trainees." Now, it was me in the room. It was me, her, the high up qualified woman, and two wee trainees, one man, one woman. And the wee girl looked about the same age as me, and the fella didn't look too much older. I was like, whatever, that's grand. I was so chilled out there. I was so cool. And so she was all right, Mitchell. I'm going to do the first 3 injections. And
3 injections? God. One to get you high?
No, you have to get 4 injections to numb the toe.
God.
I know it's mad.
Why hard to numb a big toe? When you're going in for surgery, you just get a mask for a couple of seconds.
Let me tell you something, my toe's big.
Oh, it's not that big, is it?
So anyway, Matthew, I lie down in the bed as you do. And so she does the first 3 injections. They were really painful. Like the injections into your toe are really sore. But the third one, I didn't even feel it. You don't feel the third one. And then she goes, right, and Mitchell, this is my assistant Jerry. He's actually in training in the minute. Would you mind if he put the 4th injection in? I said, on ahead, love. Jesus, I feel great.
You were nearly flying.
Yeah, I'm on top of the world, right? So Big Jerry gets the needle, and he looks a bit shaky. I'm not going to lie, looks like it's his first time doing anything. God love him. And so he gets the injection, and he puts it under my toe. Now I'm not even looking. I'm looking at the ceiling and do mind my own business as you do. And so he pushes, the bottom of the syringe and injecting all this fluid into my big toe, and well, funny feeling. And I'm like, what the fuck? Now this heat starts flying up my leg, so it's growing up my leg.
Right.
Let's go. What the? This is a weird sensation. And the moment he took out the injection, he pulled it out of my toe. The heat went into my chest. Now my chest is it feels like there's heat in my chest, and it feels like my chest is getting really tight. It's getting hard to breathe.
Oh.
I'm sitting going, what the fuck's going on?
You're on your way out.
And then I feel it in my head. Now I've passed out before in the past, so I know what it feels like. And I felt the feeling of when you're about to pass out, and I started everything started going black. Like you start seeing like black spots, and so I very quickly knew what was going on. I lost all feeling in my hands and my feet. I couldn't feel, pins and needly feeling, and like a cold sweat. And I turned to your woman. No, she was standing at the desk and she was writing something. She was like, and everybody was just kind of standing there in the room, kind of waiting for her to get started on the procedure. And just went, I think I'm going to faint. And the quick she turned around like, hey. And I looked at her dead in the eye, me about to die, and I said to her, I'm away. That's all I had to say. I'm away.
You literally say, I'm away.
There, I'm away, because I knew I was going to faint. And this true story, she says, Jesus, Jerry, get his legs.
Oh, cool. Big Jerry lifting your legs.
Grabs my legs, he fucks him up above his head, and he's struggling, he's sitting going, fucking cheeky bastard, hey.
Oh, cool.
He was holding me, like he was holding a ton wit. I said, I'll never forget that man's fist, him holding my legs, panting and sweating, like he was doing something. Fist. So he was freaking out. He had my legs up. Your woman's pulling the bed back, and it's not one of it's like a dentist chair. So for her to lie me back to get the blood to my head, it was like this. And then I was on my back, and she's sitting there petting my head. She's petting my head, going, "It's all right, son." Now, while she was lowering me back, she says to the wee trainee girl who was standing there, she had this look on her face like she's witnessing somebody being murdered. She really didn't know what to do. And she turned to her, and now, remember, I'm 20. She turned to her and she went, go get his mammy.
Oh, God.
So your woman freaks. She goes, oh, right. So she runs out of the fucking room and she goes to get my mammy. And I'm lying here, right? I'm looking at the ceiling going, what the fuck just happened? And your woman's petting my head like I'm her dog. And Jerry's still struggling with my legs.
He's still patting away, is he?
He's out there going, panting. And then my ma rushes on the door and she takes over, she grabs my hand like I'm in fucking liver.
Oh, God.
And now I'm a 20-year-old man. This was all happening.
You're like, I love you, mommy. Mommy, don't leave him, mommy.
But I was away, I swear to fuck, that feeling of, and I don't know. And then your woman went out, bought me a bottle of water in the vending machine.
Why, nice woman.
And see, for about 10 minutes before, sat in the chair, drinking water, breathing. And did the procedure in less than 10 minutes. The trainee didn't do it because I nearly fainted. She wanted to get it done quickly, like. So she took... hey, I'm telling you. And then she took over, bang, bang, bang. That's you're away. And I walked out, and that was it.
She was like, get out of here before you die on my watch.
I swear to God, hey, but she was well nice, so she was well worried, petting me head and all. It's alright, son, you'll be alright, son.
Oh, God.
Jerry, get his legs, son.
Did they find out what happened?
Oh,
it was like an allergic reaction or something?
No, because the first 3 injections, what I think he did, Matthew, I think he put injection into a vein.
Oh, it went straight to your heart?
I think something like that happened because, as I say, I felt a heat.
Aye.
And nearly killed me.
Poor Jerry, he's probably never practiced medicine again in his life.
Poor Jerry's probably sitting on the door.
He probably sees a pair of feet and freaks. Probably sees a big toe, he's like, oh, he gets flashbacks.
He's in the shower and he looks down and goes, jeez! God love him, hey.
Oh, That's one way they start off a podcast. Some people don't like
Well,
feet, but hey.
let me tell you something. That was a real life true story, and it just came to my mind because I was literally talking to my ma about it there now.
Oh, this came from a
Saying
cup
there,
of tea.
all this came from a cup of tea. A lot of things can come from a cup of tea, Matthew. A lot of good things can come from a cup of tea.
A lot of stuff can be fixed with a cup of tea as well.
World Wars, sit down with a cup of... No, you know what? Fuck cup of tea, a pint. You sit me down with a pint.
Hey. See if Hitler
Settle
and
any
Churchill
argument.
sat down with a pint. Was it Churchill? World War II?
Churchill,
Aye. If Hitler and Churchill sat down with a pint, would have been finished in a week.
fuck, less than a week, an hour. they would have been like, whose round's it? And that was it.
Hey, Hitler would have been, I'll get this one. And Churchill's like, no, that's alright, I'll get it. Hitler's like, no, I'll get it. Like, oh, no. I tell you what, we'll get two and we'll get a round each. Like, that'll do. And they're sorted. Finished.
And that was it. Hands shaked and they went home. God love them.
Had 2 Guinness, shake their hand, and away they went.
That's all you need.
Hitler wobbled home with 1 testicle. God love him.
Oh,
may rest in peace.
God love him. Oh, Jesus, great to be saying that there. Because people don't understand. They'll be thinking you're a well fucking neo-Nazi.
Oh, God. I'll be there with my salute.
People will go, Jesus, what did he just say? What he wishes he... What?
Did you know that Nazi salute is actually a Boy Scout salute? And they just took it. Did you know that?
I did not know that, no. You learn something new every day.
Nazi salute where they hold their hand out and go, Hell Hitler. That's a Boy Scout salute, and they leached it.
Matthew, this is twice we've talked about Hitler in 2 podcasts.
What's wrong with Hitler? Well, there's a lot wrong with Hitler, to be honest with you.
But we break off Andy places. Just that's what we do. God love us. There isn't even there, like this podcast you're listening to right now has no structure. There's no plan. We're putting on the mic and we're chatting shite.
That's like my life.
Hey,
I have no plan.
See the grave. Hey, what do you see it? But what we wanted to talk about was obviously our travels.
The tight men travels.
Where we've been and what we've done. We've put on the podcast where we chat about it. And what I wanted to start with is something that we've done, and that was we've travelled to Rome, and I wanted to talk about Rome and all that we've seen.
How long were we on Rome again? Was it a week or 2 weeks?
It wasn't even a week. It was like 5. It was 5 days.
Was it? We did a while out in 5 days.
Let me tell you, seeing that holiday, I sweated like I've never sweated before in my life.
I think we both sweated.
Right, let's just start from the start, shall we? Of the holiday.
You got some memory.
Remember, so I went to London for that weekend.
We bit of context. I'm Irish, but I live in London. You're Irish and you live in Ireland, so you came here.
Exactly. So I went to London. We spent the weekend in London. I think I was there on the Friday and the Saturday, and then we left on the Sunday.
We did, sure did.
But the days in London was great, and I remember thinking, this is going to be great this week. This is going to be fun, and then it happened. No.
Oh God.
So on the Sunday, I remember it was all day travel. We travelled from Stansted and to Rome. And that was grand. And we got into Rome, and it was beautiful, man, when we got to Rome, and it was so sunny.
We got off the plane, and you were like, it's like breathing gravy, because it's that humid.
It was so humid, but I never experienced that before, the way it was in a way there. But I remember the first thing that happened to us in Rome was the pilot was the dodgiest pilot in the world.
Oh, he was. He needed some practice, that man.
Man, when he came down to land, we were all thinking, like, this is grand, right? And he was flying, And we could all see the runway, and you see the runway before the pilot lands, and then we just kept seeing the runway.
Oh,
pass. And we were going, I said, go to fucking land, and then we seen the airport pass, and we seen everything was going on the distance, and then the wheels hit the ground, and I've never been on a plane that braked as hard in my life.
He dropped everything. He
nearly went flying. He braked that hard.
It was like.
Exactly.
One of them ones.
He left it to the last minute and went, hey, am I not supposed to be doing something? You're supposed to break. Oh, Jesus. And then they broke.
He was sitting there at school pad, like, how's the missus? Good. How about your wings? Have a good birthday? Have a great birthday party there. And he's like, are we still doing something? It's like, no, it's alright. How was the party? Oh, it was beautiful. And then they realised.
And they're like, oh, fuck, we're supposed to stop the plane right about now, for fuck's sake. I mind thinking, because you're looking out the window and you see the airport go, and you see everything passing, you're going, right, fuck, is it going to run out of runway?
And do you know how sometimes you land and people clap and you go, wait. Nobody clapped. Not one person clapped that, man.
Everybody was afraid to clap. My fucking fingernails were digged into the seat arm.
They still play the music. There'll be happy music when you land. It's like,
Exactly,
and they play the happy music. It's like 98% of our flights were on time this year.
You're like, fuck off! I nearly died in one of your flights, and I wasn't even on time.
And then you got off the plane. And you got hit in the face with the heat.
So we walk off the plane. I remember we walked down the stairs of the plane, and I remember thinking, I was like, "Fuck, it's hard to breathe in this place." and the sweat was immediately on. It was like as soon as the door opened, bang, the sweat started.
You started to drop immediately.
Hey, let's just say there was a lot of swamping
There was
happening. And I remember we got on the airport, and then we got our bags now, and we left the airport, and we were standing at the bus stop waiting on the bus, and we're standing there like, this is going to be great, it's going to be beautiful.
Stuck on the sunglasses. Got the hat.
I mean, we put on the hat, and I took off my jacket, and I was feeling well uncomfortable about myself.
Oh, beautiful. God.
We got on the bus, and we drove to Rome, and we were driving, and it was beautiful scenery, beautiful. I was going, Jesus, this is gorgeous. And then we get off the bus. The bus left us. The bus left us in that place, and we were trying to figure out how to get a fucking ticket for the bus to get
the train
to your
station.
hotel.
That's right.
Aye.
We were trying to figure out how the buses work to get a bus from the train station hotel, because this was at like midnight.
It was awful. And then we finally found out. We get in the bus. I'm sitting there. I'm sweating. Everything's wet.
Jesus Christ, the bus! I forgot all about this part. Oh my God!
This is why I'm going right, here, Matthew.
Just happy.
We get on the bus. Bus rammed. It's like London, fucking rush hour on a tube.
At midnight, which I've never seen before in my life. So
we get on the bus, and we immediately back ourselves up against one of the windows.
Because it's busy, but also your man was like, "Watch out for pickpockets."
Exactly.
And you were like, "Shut up, man."
I'll be all right, man. Wise up, don't pickpocket me, girl. So I remember you were on my left, and to my right there was this plastic board, one of those ones you see in buses.
It was like a wee disabled bay thing, wasn't it?
But there was like a gap in between the side of the bus and the board, so there was let's say about 4 or 5 inch gap. So we're standing there, and this wee weird old looking man standing in the middle of the bus, and he made his way around to where the board was, and he
this is the kind of man that you would go, whew, and he would fall over, like you blow on him and he would fall, like that kind of man.
But he looks like the kind of man that would hang around with my granddad.
You'd be like, oh Jesus Christ, you're a nice wee man. Look, you're here to see the Pope.
Oh fuck, that's wee fucking Julio. God love him, he's gorgeous. You know he donates to charity. God love him.
We Julio.
I don't know.
Spain.
I don't know. I'm dating.
Should have been like wee Giovanni or something.
Exactly, but I don't know his name. I don't know Italian names.
We'll call him Julio.
Matthew, I'm fucking dying, son.
Take a drink of your tea.
Take a sup. Right, anyway, so we Julio, right, God love him. So he's standing beside me, and you're looking around for a pickpocketer. You're on your age. Hood, and we a chain.
Oh,
cool. one of them chains he has in his hip. And so I'm looking around, and I remember I looked at the old man to my right, and he was looking down toward my my shoes or my jeans, and I was like, "What's?"
You were wearing nice shoes. I'll give you that.
Exactly, I always wear nice shoes, but so he was looking, and I was thinking, "Oh, sure, wee Julio's imagine, he's what's the word?
Well, admiring the youth.
He's admiring my shoes. He's admiring the youth. Perfect." So I looked down. I looked to my right, and I noticed wee Julio has his hand through the hole in the bus, and his fingers are like just in my right pocket.
And I'll tell you what, he wasn't trying to cop a field with you. I'll give that. That's a hint.
He was not. Let me tell you something. He was not. And I looked down. I see his fingers just kind of hovering there. And I was like, what is he doing? So this is that I'm looking at his hand, and I give him a look like, what the fuck you doing?
You looking dead in the eye. You look that man right in the eyeball.
You looking to go?
Aye.
And then he moved his hand away, and he just fled. Like he moved completely to the other side of the bus. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I put my right hand, I put both hands in my pockets, and I was kind of standing there like weirded out by it. And was it literally about 10 minutes later? No, not even. It was about
like 30 seconds, a minute.
Yeah, but it was like, I remember the next stop,
and
then the next stop, he ushered through everybody really quick and shuffled off the bus under the midnight.
I didn't see him, but you said that man moved.
Let me tell you something. That man, his wee shoulders were just digging through people like, "We follow me away."
He was gone.
And then out the street, gone. And the bus started moving again. And literally about 15 seconds after the bus started moving, this wee girl, I don't know where she was from, but she was like, "Stop the bus!"
Oh, she went down. She was like, she went down. They won that girl.
That's my father! And her dad was standing there so defeated. And he had his fanny pack all open.
Fanny pack on his front too. Not even to the side, on the front above his crotch.
And it was all opened and just everything was hanging out of it. And she was like, "Stop the bus, please! Stop it! My father! He's been robbed, please!" And the driver didn't give a fuck.
The bus driver was like, "Not again. I'll stop when I can stop, love." You know, he didn't care. He was like, "What do you want me to do?" The man was gone.
Yeah, exactly. And then, remember then a woman from Rome stood up and she was like, "Immorate! Umade!" And she was shouting at him too. And then the bus driver, he peeked his head in the corner and he was like, he was chatting away back at her. I can't speak Italian, but finally stopped the bus and they got out and started running in the direction of the stop.
But he was gone. That old man was long gone.
Let me tell you something. You put that old man next to Usain Bolt in 2012 and he'd beat him. That's how quick he moved.
He'd beat him and he'd rob his pockets along the way.
Exactly. Hey, the man moved. And then I remember we got back to the hotel.
This was all before we got to the hotel on the first day.
And we were left off at the stop, and I was like, "Where the fuck are we?" And we got it up on Google Maps, and we're like, "Right, we have to go up here." We walk through all these wee side streets, these wee dark side streets.
Like
we finally get to the hotel.
Cobblestone, no street lights, alleyway kind of streets. Now we just watched someone get pickpocketed, so we were like looking around, like, "What the fuck? Who's gonna jump out at me?"
And then we got on the hotel, and I sat down in the bed. And you were on the chair, and I just turned to you and I was like, I don't know how do you feel about this. Let me tell you something. My bum cheeks were clenched the whole time. I was like, Jesus, I don't know.
Oh, that was good.
I don't know. That was a moment in my life. I was like, I felt so.
You witnessed a crime.
I was on the wild side, like, you know. I was like, oh, Jesus, I have to seriously watch myself here.
But we found out later that bus we got, it was like the most notorious bus in Rome for pickpockets.
Must be a daily thing. It's all that old man. He sits in a mansion.
We see, I can look it up now on my phone. I'll tell you the bus number.
It was 84. I remember the bus
number.
No,
you don't. You remember that?
It was bus 84 because that number ingrained itself.
I'm going to search pickpocket bus Rome, and I bet you it'll come up.
84. We see 84.
64.
4 bastard! I mind.
64. Oh, it was 64 because I remember another time we segue and we'll get back to Rome where you came to London to visit me and we went to Five Guys. I think they have Five Guys everywhere, but if you don't, it's a burger place. Some beautiful burgers, and it's all Russian people running it. And what you get assigned a number, and when your food's ready, they'll shout your number. So you get a number, and they go, number 5, and you go, that's me. Number 24, that's me. But remember the Russian man, certain numbers, and no one collected the food. He was like, number 64, No one came.
No, Matthew, it wasn't 64. It was 63.
Oh, why? Sorry, how you one off? You ruined my.
63. Remember, it was 60. No, I didn't realize. I just had to correct it.
You
Just
did
in case.
63.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew, continue.
And so he said it's like number 63. Nobody came.
Remember the please. Remember the please.
63, please. Nobody came. And he grabbed that bag of food and he fucked it. He chucked that across the kitchen on the top of a cabinet or oven. Like his life was over. He's like, fuck's sake. He chucked it. He was like, number 63, please. And still nobody came. That poor man's probably still shouting, number 63, please.
Yeah, but you remember, he shouted it so loud, and then we grabbed our food.
We were halfway through eating. We were sitting there.
No, but we were like I was like 68, and you were like 70 or something, and then we were sitting down, we were eating our food, and halfway through our meal, it was on like the 90s at this point. Halfway through our meal, I've never heard, it just went, number 63, please. And we were like, what the fuck, what's wrong with him? He was, and then when we were walking out, number 63 walked on.
By that point, he was a defeated man. That man had nothing left to give.
I loved how angry he got at it, though. It was so funny, like, oh. He's like, number 60! Like, shouting it all over the place. I'd love him.
But it's kind of like London's the kind of place no one takes any notice. So it's like they're all best friends. They're like, oh, Jesus, that's wee Ivan. He's always doing that. You know what I mean?
He's well angry, man. God love him.
And we were there like, God.
He took his thing well seriously. His whole life was this job.
He's employee of the month, that man.
Fuck, employee of the year. He has passion that nobody else has. God love him.
May he rest in peace. He's not dead. But
he's not dead, but I hope wherever he is, he's resting peacefully.
Probably dreaming about 63. Having PTSD, having nightmares, night terrors, like 63. Maybe 63, please.
63! That's how he wakes up. God love him.
Oh,
beautiful.
Still shouted to that day. To this day, I should say.
But where we go? Oh, Rome. We were talking about Rome. We were talking about the bus 64.
Back across the continent.
Segue back. So we're Rome. So, in terms of stories from Rome, I mean, a few. Like we have remember the pizza? We went to the pizza place that night.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful pizza place too.
Beautiful. We were chatting away to people, and we were having a beautiful wee food.
Oh, outdoors, sat outside. You wouldn't even know. It was great.
We sat outside. It was beautiful, and that was really nice. But remember, we went back then a couple of nights later, and we went back, and so I ordered a pizza as I usually would done in Rome, and Matthew turns around to the guy, and we were talking about this.
No, we have pizza all the time. I was looking to branch out a wee bit. I was like, you know what? I'll try something different, but I don't speak Italian, so I don't know what the food in the menu is. It was like, oh, crouton. I know that's French, but it was like crouton. And I was like, what is that? It's not, because a crouton, the means a wee square bit of bread. I was like, that's not just a crouton.
But it was amazing because we were talking about it. You were like, I might ask him to see if what the crouton is. Yeah. And I was like, right, okay, so you know as you do.
You know what I mean?
You asked him. And I came down and he says to me, this Italian guy was really funny and he was really cool.
He was a good man.
And he came down and he went, what would you like? To me, and I was like, could I get the margarita pizza or whatever I ordered?
Standard.
I went, one you want fries? And I was like, please, yes, fries. And that was great. And then he turns to you.
And all I said to him was, so I was looking through the menu. I pointed to the menu. I was like, what is this crouton? And his response, that's all I asked. What is this? His response to me.
Oh God! Will you do it or will I?
You can do it. You do it better than me. Go.
But so Matthew just asked the man. He just went, So you did point. I remember you pointing, and he says, So what are these croutons? And his response was literally,
Go on, go.
I already did it, but it's cut out, so I'll do it again.
Oh God.
So his response was, "But it cut out again." For
It doesn't
fuck's sake,
want you to hear.
the technical difficulties.
We'll get there. Go.
I have to do it like quickly. I can't have a pause. So his response was, "Woo!"
You. He just. Woo! He was quite confused, man. But he was sitting writing down. Like it's funny, he's writing the order. He stopped. He slowly looked up to me, and he went, "Woo!"
It literally was too. It was and I remember your face. You were like, "Oh Christ!" You were like,
What did I
"I'll
do?
just."
I was like, "I'm just gonna pizza." Just forget about this.
And then it was so funny. He was like, "Whoa!" I was so confused. Oh,
I won't bash at this because he was a beautiful man. The food there was great and it was reasonably priced. It was good.
he tried to sell everybody a tiramisu. He wanted everybody to have dessert. He was like, "You want dessert?" And people were like, "No." He's like, "Try a tiramisu."
Do we get one in the end or do we get it somewhere else?
No, we got it somewhere else. Then we felt we were cheating.
I thought they were cheating on your man. He's sitting there crying with a tiramisu.
Place with the poops on the wall.
Oh, hey, another segue into the restaurant we went to, another pizza place as you do in Rome. And they have, fair enough, it's right beside the Vatican City. But you walk on this place, it's a nice place, it's very old fashioned. The walls are all red, like Pope, red gowns. And you look around and it's every single Pope there has ever been. Just a portrait, nearly life-size portrait of their face on the walls, just covering the walls, and they were all looking into the centre of the restaurant, just staring you out.
I've never felt so uncomfortable eating a pizza in my life.
Hey, those popes were thinking something while they were looking at those wines, I'll tell you it.
Oh Jesus Christ! You mad bastard!
They had a stare that would cut you.
They did, surely. I remember that was uncomfortable. Like they had Big Pope Fanny right at the front.
Big Fanny,
Big
reigning Pope.
He was right at the front, and it was like on a big massive frame, and the frame was all like fancy, more fancy than the others, anyway.
We did get through it though, because we bought 3 litres of wine for like €10.
And we were flying. Hey, we floated back their hotel.
We had like 1.5 litres of wine each. And we were like middle for a middle, gram for a gram, not leaving this behind.
And we were sweating. They would just open their pores. They were sitting there dripping.
We were dying.
That was a beautiful time.
But the hottest place I was ever been was the Vatican City. There's no air conditioner in that place. If you go to the Vatican, no air conditioning, brace yourself.
Everybody in there is all sweaty, and you know the smell of bow.
People were literally hanging out the windows trying to get air. That's how bad it was. Hanging out the windows trying to get a breath.
Oh, it was bad. Hey, it was like, oh, I swear. See, if Tom Hanks was there during the Da Vinci Code, he would have went, "Fuck this, why am I here?" and walked out.
Yeah, he was like, leave it unsolved. I don't care. Let them die. Let him go. He had a good life. God love him.
God, I'm not doing this.
You would have went home and got a tub of ice cream, that man.
I would have surely. But what it was? The Vatican City was cool. I can't remember. I can't remember if anything happened in there that was worth talking about. Anything like funny or anything.
There's a white lot of penis.
They loved a good penis.
They did,
back. God love them.
Mind you, a lot of them were covered up with wee fig leaves, which they did later because they didn't like looking at penis, even though they did. But still, will not go there. But they covered them all up. But there was a white lot of statues because they had like the Greek god section, which is class, or the Roman gods, and I love that stuff. I like playing all the games and studying it in school for. I think I studied in school for nearly half a year. It was great seeing it all, but they covered up all the bits with leaves.
Yeah, and God love them. It's always a wild small leaf.
Oh, it's a tiny leaf. I mean,
they're hung like hamsters.
It shouldn't be called a leaf. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what. Basically, it's leaf. It's basically a leaf would have.
It's like a petal.
Exactly, like a wee petal.
A wee petal over the penis. The wee baby penis is well small.
But you look at them and they're like, they got the big pecs and the biceps and the, like 8 packs on their stomach, and then they got a wee, just a wee leaf.
I swear to God, it's like a tic tac hanging from a fucking pair of grips.
But then you have all the women's tattoos there, just titties out.
Right enough.
You know what I mean? They didn't cover him up. They just didn't like looking at penis. It's like they were trying to compensate for their love of it.
But then again, I remember reading about that there. It was mine. It was like a pope a couple of hundred years ago was like, you know what? There's too much penis around here.
He was
They
like,
were like,
we're a building full of men, and we're
uh,
sitting here looking at a wild lot of naked men. Go and do something about it.
they were like, well, what do we do for fuck's sake? A statue? Well, do we chisel off the penis? He's like, no.
No, because that would hurt
No,
every time. Imagine going up to that. The poor priest or whoever, the architect, would go up and go, oh, he'd feel every
right.
hit of that
Feel every
chisel.
hit. So he was like, you know what? You know what you do? Leaf over it.
I just get a leaf and just stick it on with a bit of, bit of super glue.
You're a genius, Mickey. And that's what they did.
Why a leaf? I would have had some fun with it.
Would have had like a bunch of bananas. Now
Aye.
imagine that. That would have been interesting.
Or
This
like,
big bunch of bananas hanging from his balls.
or a wee pun of the grips.
Would have been good.
Eh, not even that. You could have like, I don't know. I mean, I was going to say a dog, but that'd be a bit weird, just having a dog looking out attached to a penis. But
What if they had it would have been interesting if they built statues around the statues to cover up the penis, like
oh, that would be cool.
front of the statue
Just really
of a
elaborate
man,
statues.
and he has his hand on his forehead, like he's blocking out the sun, and he's just looking, and his head perfectly just covers his penis.
And people were like, it's the way it always was, just a coincidence.
It's just Jesus. They built a man looking away under the distance.
Aye, that would be cool.
Yeah.
It was a wine nice place, so it was a bit busy. You didn't get to see loads, but I liked it. It was good. It was a cool wee place.
One of the things I thought was interesting was when we went to the Sistine Chapel, and the build up
Oh,
date and all.
aye.
And we went in, and there's a hype about the place. You hear the Sistine Chapel. You've seen the pictures. Michelangelo. God and man reaching out to touch. Blah blah blah.
But see,
We were waiting in line to go up.
what I didn't
And
realise is it's a hike to get to the Pinton.
Jesus Christ! It took us like 3 hours to get
You
there.
had to walk through these corridors and these rooms, and mind you, there was some really nice art in some of those rooms, but you were walking for ages trying to get to Sistine Chapel.
We were thinking, right, I can't wait to see this. It's going to be, it's going to be a life changing moment. You imagine it where it's going to change your life, and then we'd all lined up outside the room, and it's like no pictures, no this, no that. I'm like, right, okay.
Like, fair enough, eh?
And we walk in, and I remember I was looking around me like, oh Jesus, this is mad in here. And then we walked like towards the center of the room, and I remember I was standing there, and I looked up, and I was all.
You were all what? I cut it.
No, I'm not cutting out. This is a silence.
Oh, okay, right.
Is it? Is that fucking it?
Aye.
I mean, it was. I mean, it's an amazing achievement that somebody painted all this.
I mean,
but
it was there.
aye, but I mean, everybody. If you think about it, Matthew, that room was just full of people all looking at the ceiling. Was
Just
it?
all looking up, eh?
They're all just standing there looking at the ceiling.
But I expect this big, huge, wall-to-wall, majestic Pinton. It was a wee farty a square with that specific Pinton in it. Like a tiny square on the roof in the middle.
They blow it up like if you ever see it on Google or whatever, they blow it up to the size of fucking everything.
Aye,
But in the ceiling, it's
No
just a wee
wonder they
thing.
let you take pictures. Ruin the illusion. Because you go back home and you'd be like, I saw the pit and there was a wee square on the roof. They'd be like, oh wait, fuck, it's not, it's a whole roof. You're like, I swear. It's like, go on, let me see. You're like, we're not take pictures. It's like, I like the story. You know what I mean?
But then you go there and it's literally now the pictures around it is also magnificent.
It is still amazing stuff.
But and right smack bang in the middle, there it is. It's just a wee tiny square,
Just everybody looking up at it.
and that's it. And then literally after that room, you walk out and that's it. It's
You walk
over.
outside. And the gift shop.
The gift shop where you can buy pictures of Pope Fanny and shit. But that's it. And that was the experience.
But you know what? You can say you did it.
But something I really wanted to speak about was, I mean, get to the Pope's guards and their uniforms because I think that needs to be.
The Vatican guards.
I do think that needs to be spoken about because God love them. They look like really shite Oompa Loompas.
And them, it's like they got the pajamas, like bananas come down the stairs, like those type of pajamas they were wearing.
They look like pajamas, but they look like I don't know. Do they not like? I imagine them in the mornings. They wake up, they look their phones going off at 6 a.m. They're getting ready to go out for their day of work, and then they have to put on that fucking. They look like jesters in the fucking Renaissance times.
Now, mind you, outside the Vatican City, you've the Italian army, and these Italian army men, they're like, you know what I mean? They're the kind of men that they would touch you with their finger, and you'd be lying on the floor in a heap.
Yeah, exactly.
You wearing their full camo and their berets and carrying their assault rifles and their batons and all this, and just standing in like 40-degree heat like it's nothing, just staring you out. You're like, Jesus Christ, don't mess with them, boys. Then you walk a couple of feet down to Vatican City, and you see these Vatican guards like, wee, wee, in their pajamas. You know what I mean?
They're standing there in their jammies, and they're saluting to every priest they see.
The priests don't salute back either. Fuck them, hey. They walk on.
But they just look well. Like imagine you got in trouble in the Vatican, and these boys came to take you away. I'd laugh at them.
You'd be like, oh Jesus, you're taking me to your bedroom.
Because they're ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if imagine the police here all wore fucking
striped pajamas.
all look like bananas and pajamas, or they all wore fucking, I don't know, dresses or something, or clown outfits, and they came to arrest you, you'd laugh at them.
But I don't know how much action they see. How many people go to the Vatican City and try and rob it? I mean, I don't know, it might be a lot.
But imagine that boy's trying to like stop you.
Because I don't know, I wouldn't react to them. They don't look the best.
They look fucking stupid. God love them. But what I wanted to speak about that because it was annoying me. The thought of them, it hurt my feelings. but do you remember the beggar? And this beggar sticks out to me because
the beggar.
This beggar scared the shite out of me. Now this is the extreme levels of the beggars in Rome. This woman, all black. It looked like, the Thing out of the Addams Family.
Aye.
Remember her? It was just a like black version of that, and this big black veil, and she had really big shoes. Remember that? Like
massive shoes.
She tipped her feet up so big they make her feet look massive, and for some reason, and she had a wee tiny walking stick, one that she had to slope right over to use. I don't know, it was about probably a meter long, and she had to slope right over to use this walking stick, and she had a cup that she held out with her full arm's length.
Bacon.
There, people. But she didn't just. So imagine that. Imagine you turn around in an alleyway in Rome, and you're walking through, and it's getting dark. Thing, all black, running at you with big shoes, a wee tiny walking stick, with its hand sticking out, with a cup going. Ah! Now, let me tell you something. That was a moment in my life where I thought I was going to have to kick a bitch.
Oh God! See, I thought you were going to talk about the beggar that had the baby.
Who should give up my baby?
I remember, but the baby was on her arm, and the baby must have been drugged or something.
Because baby just looked like I was sleeping.
It was just lump. And it looked like it was sleeping. I mean, I hope nothing was wrong with it, and it was just really tired. But
oh, Matthew, remember the African guy that wanted to give us bangles?
That's outside the Coliseum.
Fucking douchebag. Hey,
I tell you what, I saw them in Milan as well. From the exact same country with the exact same spiel, trying to give away the exact same thing. And you know what I learned? He came up to me in Milan. He's like, bracelet, want to see my baby? I was like, you know what? No, I don't want anything. And I turned and I walked.
You were like, take that fucking baby picture away from me.
No, the baby picture, it might not even be there. It might have just Googled, forgive me, black baby, and just went, there you go. You know what I mean?
Because, right enough, because it did look like a fucking stock image.
It was the most generic picture. I mean, it's like he didn't even try. It's like he took the first search result. At least I got back through a couple of pages.
Get something. Maybe he's put a filter on it or something. But he just fucking.
At least put some
He
like
was a
Snapchat
fucking
dog filter or something on
douche.
the baby.
I wanted to kick that boy in the balls. I God love him.
The Coliseum
He
was
was.
good too. Enjoyed that.
Coliseum is very good.
A lot of history in that place. A lot of people died. A lot of blood spilled.
It was an interesting place to see.
Brutal
So it
place.
was.
But
So we seen the Coliseum. We seen the Vatican.
we did. We also, after the Coliseum, we went to that wee beer garden to have a pint. And that was nice.
My favorite part about the whole fucking trip.
Sit and have a pint.
Ain't that amazing though?
We also went to that museum at the end of a roundabout. Big white one with the horses on top, and remember the seagulls and stuff wouldn't move.
I bet I was taking pictures of this one seagull because it
Aye.
was just sitting there.
I took a picture of it. I don't know if I won't come up myself to putting a picture in of it, but if I remember, I will.
I still have a picture on my Google Photos of it.
The
That's seagull.
you know what? I'll take a wee timestamp and I'll put that in because I love these wild
You should put that on the fuck.
picture
That
of
was
that seagull
beautiful.
because this seagull, it was striking poses. I'm telling you.
Because, and I love the way the scenery of Rome. You know, beautiful scenery, beautiful things to look at, and everybody was standing taking a picture of a fucking seagull because it was sitting still.
I know this was on top of a museum, and this museum was in a bang middle of Rome, and it was high above the building, so you could see the entire Rome city, and people were just filming and taking pictures of the seagull. All you hear was click, 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 all the cameras taking a picture of the seagull, and the seagull just stood there and said, "That's right, take your pictures, pip me like one of your French girls."
We immortalized that seagull.
We did that seagull live on forever on the internet.
God love it. Hey. God love it.
But also we
I
went
hope
to
it rests in peace.
the Irish pub. No, we went to two Irish pubs. We went to the one that was beside that museum, where it was all like Irish bar people. But we also went to the Irish pub Cosa Hotel, and it was like basically just me and you in this wee old Irish pub. And
It wasn't even Irish.
It wasn't Irish. They said they're Irish.
Was it fuck? It was fucking. It was just had a bit of wooden furniture. Was it?
But this girl, we asked for Guinness as we do, and that woman could pour a Guinness.
God love her. Hey, she tried her best.
She did. She poured it well. You said there as a good Guinness, and she was well proud. Well proud.
I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was. You know what? Hey, it was. It was all right. It wasn't too bad. But that did make her life. God love her.
It did. The next one she poured, she sat and she watched. Waited for us to sup, nod her head, and she was like, "Hey, did it again."
She all learned herself. Hey.
She was a.
God love her. Hey, she's probably still talking about that to this day.
These two strongly accented Irishmen don't even know where in Ireland because they don't sound like it. But came in here, bought a Guinness, and said it was good. That's her claim to fame.
God love her. Hey. I hope she's doing all right.
She's probably still in that pub. You go back, probably still there. See her on the way past the man in the restaurant.
He was a lovely man. Hey.
He was. I remember we got the Lemoncello after most meals. Actually, we got the Lemoncello and the wee biscuit.
Oh,
And you were worried about it. You were like, "What is this? Are we paying for this?" Man, you were both like, "We paying for this?"
we were such leeches. We were like, do we have to pay for this? Is this on the house?
Because you don't ask for it. You say no dessert. Now this boy is the boy. It's like tiramisu, have some dessert. And you're like, "I'm okay. I don't want anything." And then it comes down with dessert. And you're like, this man's trying to make us sell something for you. So we there's so much, just snuff this. He'll put it on our bill. So eventually he left it. He never came back. So we just drunk it. But it was way weird because it's like strong vodka with a wee bit of lime jelly or something in it. Or lemon jelly, or depending on where you went.
I'm not a big spirit man, but I liked it.
It was way strong, but it was good. I'll give him that.
It was good.
What else did we
As
do?
Rome, that's the only thing. Like I wanted to speak about Rome because it's something we did together last year, and it was a brave experience for us. I don't think I can remember anything else significant that happened in Rome. Thinking about it, I don't really.
We did do that fort where we went to the big circle and we went to the roof.
Oh, we did that too. Yeah, I mind that.
Where you took your amazing photo of me looking out the window contemplating life.
I did, surely. It was a good photo. God love it.
All by snow. And we went to the roof and we struck some sick poses on the roof.
I'm Natty.
Well, and we put
we
them all on
stuck our
Instagram
hand.
with the song "King of the Castle" on it because we're on a castle and we're very original.
Yeah, say nothing. But so that was Rome. Rome was beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't go back to Rome. I don't think I'd go back to it
No, I
because
wouldn't either. I've been there, done that.
you see it. Nothing would call me back to it.
Mind you, if Brenda said, "Contact me in the Vatican," I'd take him.
Aye,
You know what I mean?
it not. It wouldn't be like I would avoid the place, but I wouldn't feel the need to go back myself.
The world's a big place. More to see.
But Matthew, I feel like we should speak about London experiences.
The most recent one?
All of them in general, but I wanted to. The
Oh
first
God,
one I
okay.
wanted to speak about was my fall.
Oh God, here we go. This was a couple of days ago. When was this? Sunday? Saturday? I think it's Saturday.
No, it may have been Saturday. So I'll explain the fall. Now people's probably wonder what the fuck is he on about. The fall.
It's like you're talking like it's like the fall of London Bridge, like the Great Fall of London or something.
This was the great fall of Mitch.
This will go in the history books.
This was a moment that I'll cherish.
Okay.
So we're sitting on the tube, we're going home, we were out exploring, blah blah blah, and we were on a long train. Like we had about 11 stops or something on this one train, and we were sitting there, and it was a busy train. It wasn't too empty, and because there was 3 girls in front of us, all young girls, and they were chatting away to each other. God love them, and. So we stop our stop Queen Park. We get off. You walk on out. You're away. I remember I locked up, but the tube sign, look, the route map, and I was like, right, okay. You got up to my right. You left. So I was like, all right, we're away. So I got up to walk after you. Now you left. You exited the train at this point, right? Now just for FYI, I was in my new jacket. I was feeling myself.
Oh, you
right?
were in your yellow jacket. That's right.
Feeling beautiful. I was in my beautiful shoes. I was feeling cool. Like I was walking in there, and I felt like what do you call him?
Who?
Boy,
Who?
Mission Impossible boy.
Tom Cruise.
Call. I felt like Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
Right.
I was walking out like highway to. I swear to God, hey, that's how good it felt. Now Matthew left the train, and I was going to follow him. Now, the only thing I remember was I was walking to walk out the train, and my left foot, and when it hit the ground, it gave a bit. It started to slide, and then my right foot started to slide, and the fact that it was like I didn't even realize what was happening until I hit the floor, kind of thing, and It all happened so quick. Both feet just went, and they slid. They slid in like this poo / vomit slurry.
I don't know what it was.
That apparently we didn't notice.
I didn't see it. I didn't slip anything. I was grand. I was away.
You were away. Now, as I slip in this poo slurry, I fall to my knees, bang, immediately, just fall, bang. My hands, so my knees hit the floor. All the fucking weight went to my right knee, which hurt like fuck. My 2 hands hit the floor in front of me, so I'm there in the doggy position.
Oh God!
In the middle of the train.
Still on the train. The door's about to close too.
And I'm like, I felt like my ma. I was like, ah.
You sounded like her too. Like, oh. You sound.
I was like, oh. So I get up on the one knee, and I'm like, oh. And I get up, and I walk out, and I'm like, oh. And I just felt like the whole train, even the train driver was looking at me. That's what it felt like.
But the girls were quite concerned. They're like, oh God love him.
They were actually concerned.
Well, they all looked and they put like their hands on their mouth, like the shocked kind of expression. Like, what I am.
Give a fuck, to be honest with you.
You what?
Nobody else give a fuck.
See, you cut out there and it sounded like you said butt fuck. It was like butt fuck. But in London, you had to do a while out to get people to care.
That was the great fall of London. Then I got up in, and I had to go on, and I had to. I had to wipe my trainers and my jeans. They would wipe off the poo-poo vomit slurry, whatever it was.
But now, the reason you came to London was because of Vidcon.
Oh, fuck, we went to see Rhett and Link.
No, we did, Only Rhett and Link. No, we didn't buy Vidcon passes because they were like, we have no idea who any of these people are.
But when Patrick Starr was announced that it was going to come out...
Right, they came on stage and this man was like, we got a great act, he's amazing, we got a magician. We're like, right, good magic trick guy, everyone has a good magic trick. And he's like, and he's got a special guest as his like assistant and what they called like a magician's assistant.
Yeah.
And he was like, everyone seemed to know, everyone's like, woo! And he was like, Patrick Starr, and everyone was like, woo! And we looked at each other and we went, from SpongeBob? And we were like, you were like, it must be. You were like, it's only Patrick Starr I know. Has to be the one from SpongeBob. Now we were expecting this big pink starfish to come waddling out on the stage, and that's not what we got.
We literally got this black man that walked out and he's wearing
a turban.
He's wearing a big blue turban and the most beautiful dress. Let me tell you something. He was a very attractive man. Let me tell you that. He was flaunting it.
I had a velvet blue or something.
No, it was like sequenced. He was sparkling.
That's right.
And he came out and he was like, girl. And I was like, God damn.
We were like, that is not Patrick Starr from SpongeBob.
We were like, all right, okay. It wasn't actually Patrick Starr from SpongeBob. That's what I was expecting. That's what we both were expecting.
I would have loved the big starfish to come out on stage. It would have been great.
That would have been fucking fantastic too. Oh, it probably would have been better.
The magician was white poo, but hey.
He was wild poo. And now I'll quickly run over that. So his main,
we can't even say his name because we didn't know his name, so it's not like we're dissing on him.
We're not. So his main trick was he came out with this box, sat it on the stage, and he did this couple of poo things, and then at the end of the thing, he threw a cushion.
The cushion.
He threw his cushion that looked like it was somebody's Jimmy rag.
Oh, God. Oh.
He threw it out to the crowd and somebody caught it and then he'd go... And then the person would be like, ah! And they'd be so say something random, just off the top of your head. And they'd be like, ah! Ah! And they'd go... She says Jake Paul, ladies and gentlemen. And I was like, what?
She doesn't say Jake Paul at all. What are you talking about?
So
you're like, Jake Paul, yeah? Jake Paul it is.
So he writes up on the board and then he goes, right, somebody throw it to somebody else. She threw it to somebody else. And then it was also, what next? He's all, give me something. What's Jake Paul doing? Just shout it out. And she was like, ah! And she was like, ah! And he was like, it was all, he's drowning. And she was like, yeah.
Now, people say Jake Paul, people don't like this man. So when he says Jake Paul drowning, the whole press goes, wow. And he's like, drowning it is.
So he writes that up on the board. And then he goes, right, so throw the cushion on and throw it on, blah, blah, blah.
One last time, and his same routine.
Whereas Jake Paul drowning, you give me a location. And this week I went, ah! And I went,
that kind of weekend was by Deep Boys. He's like,
she was a very butch woman, I'll tell you that much. But I went, what did you say it again? And she was like, arr! And I was like, hell! And then I went, ah! And then he wrote it up on the board. And I was sitting going, while he was doing it, I was thinking, this is the biggest load of shit. I could have done the same thing. And then he opens up the box. Lo and behold, he rolls out this big bit of paper that says Jake Paul drowning in hell. And I would say, like, fuck off. Fuck off.
Because he wrote it up. That's it. People don't like Jake Paul. So Jake Paul drowning in hell. People loved it. And he was like, we're all very sick, aren't you? But Patrick Starr was like, oh my God. Patrick Starr loved it.
Patrick Starr was fucking amazed. This is the biggest.
He stuck a mic down his bra and everything.
God love him, that's where he held it.
Because the boy was like, you don't need to talk for a bit, so just like put the mic on the floor. And he was like, "Is that right, Di? This is my moment, bitch." And he stuck the mic down his bra so he could still talk.
Hey, that was a bit. To be honest with you, hey, that was the moment I loved that man. I thought, where's this man been all my life?
Like every time it's an act, there was these two boys again. No idea who they were. They're like presenting like the opening show for Vidcon. Now before they came on, Rhett and Link came on. Beautiful men, but
Beautiful.
but they came on and they did their usual like they rank foods 1 to 5. Before I get this, so the rank foods 1 to 5 English food. They had ham for some reason. Who thinks ham is just English food to begin with? God knows.
A shade.
So Link gets this bit of ham. He's eating away at it, try to rank it, get a good taste. He's like, right, no bother. And he puts the ham down because he's finished. It was half eaten. And he was like, I wonder what I'll do with this ham. Why throw it at the audience? And Red was like, no, you can't do that. It's a bad image throwing ham. Link does it anyway because he's a mad bastard. He just chucks it out there. And these people, you'd swear they hadn't eaten in years. And this was only a scrap of food left on the planet. People leaped for that half-eaten bit of ham that was in Link's mouth. It landed on the floor, and they still scrapped to get it off the floor, fighting over it.
Yeah, it was a moment I realised that evolution has gone too far.
Aye. So they picked it up off the floor, and then the person ate it. It was in Link's mouth, and then it was on the floor. And they sat and they ate that bit of ham, and they enjoyed every bite of it. God love them.
But your man, one of the presenter guys was throwing out custard creams that Rhett had just touched. That was it.
That was one of the foods they were eating, was custard creams, like a full pack. You buy from Sainsbury's for 50p, literally 50p in Sainsbury's. Not even expensive custard creams. They couldn't even break them in half. That's how cheap they were. But they literally he touched the custard creams around the ones in the packet, getting out custard creams for him to eat. And the boy presenting was chucking these custard creams out every time he came on stage. It's the only way to get people who love him. God love him. No one cared about him. He's like custard cream that Rhett touched. They were like, "Give me, I love you, give me one, please." And again, every time they threw one, they scrapped over this custard cream that they touched or touched the vicinity of.
What are their chairs?
It blew my mind.
I imagine somebody caught a custard cream. Is it just sitting on their shelf now?
Like a glass cabinet with a plaque or something. It's like Rhett McLaughlin may have touched this custard cream.
So now they have a custard cream shelf. There's a shelf on their mantelpiece that says, and it has a custard cream outline, and it's just sitting there.
I mean, I don't know.
Some sick people in my life.
Mind you, so we did go to the concert, and we bought the VIP because we're fancy. We didn't pay for Vidcon because we didn't like anybody else there, so we put it in the tickets for VIP. But anyway, so we got to have a wee very brief interaction with Rhett and Link afterwards, and that was good. And do you want to tell what the people what Rhett said to you? And it's still in all of it to this day.
Emotional. So, Rhett and Link are my friends, right? They're my friends. Rhett and Link are beautiful men to me, and they mean a lot to me, both of them. And just a wee backstory: nobody likes my shoes. A very small number of people likes my favourite shoes.
No, it's right? A bit of an image for these shoes. They're white tennis. Are they tennis shoes? Like white trainers.
Their baseline is white, like the sole is white. That's it.
But they're sort of accented with like luminous pink and bright green and like all these colors.
Pink and blue.
Like this was a big decision for you to buy these shoes. First off, and the first sign, thinking back, you should have recognised was the woman that was selling you these shoes. She said, "I love these shoes. If I could buy them, I would." As she was selling them to you.
Yeah.
That should have been your first sign, and then we went to Vidcon.
Exactly. It changed because nobody likes my shoes. And when I met Rhett and Link, I reached my hand out and I says, "Yes, man!" And I shook both their hands. And then, same dude. And I was like, "My name's Mitch." And it took them like a second. They went, "Oh, Mitch. Yeah, Mitch." And Rhett goes, "Good," as he was looking down to them. And do you know that those words?
So, what did he say? He cut out.
He said, "Nice shoes, dude."
That's the one.
And you know, those words changed my life.
Well, unprompted too. I know Rhett's like a shoe connoisseur. That man loves a good pair of shoes.
He does.
But he said to you, "Nice shoes, dude." And you said, "Thanks, nobody likes them." And they said, "That's more the reason for you to like them and keep on wearing them." Or something along those lines, didn't he?
It was Red that said that, yeah, and you know, and that even made me feel even better about it because I was like, you know, nobody likes my shoes, nobody likes them, and he says, you know, that's an even better reason to keep wearing them, and I was there like, maybe emotional.
And they're sticking me to this day because that's a life lesson. If you're happy in life and you want something and you want to do something and it makes you feel good, you do it and you keep on doing it. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you do you, no matter what anybody says to you. And one day you'll find someone that says, "I like your shoes," and it'll all be worth it.
So, hi, fuck, praise Jesus, because that is true.
It's a life lesson.
That was the moment I achieved validation.
I mean, you peaked. That was your peak. I mean, getting married, having children, nothing's going to top it. It's all downhill from here. I'm sorry to tell you.
Well, so to be honest with you, since then that's kind of changed my life because I realised that was the peak. You know, after
the moment you peaked.
Now it's just a straight slope to death. So, God love it.
Down to your 6 feet under.
But you know what? It was all worth it, Matthew.
It was indeed.
It was worth. Oh, and remember, we'll slap it on. Right, but remember.
I remember.
The stream hijack of military.
Oh, that's right. So this was before. So we got there early because the pitch is massive and we were way lost. And we were a bit early, so we went outside. They have a stand away from the crowds, you know, get some fresh air. And before we saw Casper Lee there, what a douche, hit that man. But he was there having a pint with all his friends, being fake as he does.
I dislike that man. Just to add, continue.
But we ignored him. Didn't even take him on. So we went and bought ourselves a pint. An expensive pint, but we bought a pint.
£7 a pint.
Oh God, here we go. It's the only pint that I didn't ask you, what do you want? I was like, away. I'll buy my own, you buy your own.
You were like, can I have one? Can I have one pint of Camden Hills?
Good pint though, good beer.
Yeah.
So we went over to the corner, and we had a sit, and you looked over, and you were like, "Are them boys recording?" And I was like, "No, it's just like, because why have people with cameras?" I thought they were just sitting there with their camera off, you know, just having a pint. And you were like, "No, they're definitely live streaming because he keeps looking at his phone, talking to people that aren't there." And we were like, "Right, I wonder if we can find them." So we went on the hunt to find the stream.
We did.
And we looked at YouTube, sensible thing to do. You're at Vidcon YouTube convention, you have a look. He wasn't there. And then we're like, no, he's not there. So we were like, you know what, we'll try Twitch. And we searched Vidcon and Twitch, just Vidcon, and he was the first one on the list. And there we were, in the background of his live stream, having a sup.
We were having a good sup, and all you seen was my big bald head. It was beautiful.
So we're like, you know what? I'm going to write in this man's chat in the Military Precision account as you do, because you know, subscribe to Military Precision. But hey,
promo.
It all said was, to your left, have a good VidCon and enjoy your pint.
No, it was, we are on your left having a pint. Or something like that, wasn't it?
And this man turned around like he turned around fast, like he eyeballed us immediately, and he came over and he was like, "Oh my God, man!" Oh no, he's not. He was from Denmark. Don't know why I'm doing like a American accent. He was like, "Come over here, be in my stream, come on." So we went over and we had a wee sit and we did a wee chat with this Denmark man. And to this day, I still don't know what he does on Twitch. God
love him. I had never seen the man before in my life.
Don't know what we asked him. What do you do on Twitch? And he was like, Nothing. I mean, we're like, right, okay.
He doesn't even know. God love him. But the most interesting part of that experience for me was the random guy that was
Oh,
there.
aye. So apparently we're not the first random people you just dragged on the stream.
This random guy was there that the guy just kid just included him in the stream. But there was this wee girl with him, beside him, and it turns out that they were on a Tinder date. And it was their first time meeting.
I mean, if
Together.
someone took me to Vidcon on a date, first date, that'd be like, hey, you have me.
Hey, exactly. That's what, I kind of thought, what? And then there they were. Your man was on the first date, and he took her to VidCon, and they were live streaming. And hey, let me tell you something. They're going to get married.
Oh, you think so? They look like a couple. Like when she was away when we were there, and then she came back. And I swear they look like a couple already.
Exactly. But hey, let me tell you, there's a great story. It's a great first date story. Hey, they're going to go far.
We're in it. In their wedding speech, they'll say we sat down with 2 Irishmen and a random Denmark boy on a live stream at VidCon, and now we're here getting married. We'll be on that story.
Exactly, Matthew. And someday, no, you know what? It won't be 2 random Irishmen. It'll be we sat down in military position because they'll know who we are.
They'll know. They'll ask us to come to their wedding and be like, no, we're too big and we're too busy now.
We're too busy out in LA recording shit. Sorry.
Oh, my life's so sad. Hey.
Hang on, don't let your dreams be dreams. Don't let your hope be hopes.
God, a spiel.
But that was an interesting spin. But I can't even. I mean, I feel like we could go on. Like I could sit here and talk for hours about like experiences we've had in London or had in Lourdes. I
didn't go there, so that'll be a lot of your stories. You love a good story.
Speak, about that. But you know what? It could be a part 2 because I'm looking at my timer here and it's an hour and 12 minutes.
We could on a bit, so we'll probably wrap it up, make a part 2 if needs be. But that was our Rome trip and our most recent London trip. We had a bit of number 63 man in there, but
big toe.
And the big toe. I forgot about that opening story. I probably turned everyone away before they get here, but
God love them.
Anyway.
If they made it, hold on. If they made it this far, they need to comment toe in the comments.
Need to comment toe?
No, Jesus, that's a big toe.
Alright, okay. Jesus, that's a big toe in the comment. Made it this far, and I will write you. If you do that, I will write you a personalized paragraph about how much we appreciate you. That's what I'll do for you.
Jesus, that's beautiful.
Anyway, when you wrap it up here, because you're probably falling asleep and so are we. But thank you all for listening. It's been another great Type Man podcast. There'll be more to come as always. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to subscribe. There's lots of other stuff to see. Like, please. I'm begging you, please. And tune in for the next Type Men podcast. Goodbye, everybody.
Alright, bye, everybody. I love yous all.
Tim, give you a chance. Bye.